BETT, bass fishing at its best. Is proudly brought to you by the Kingfisher, distributors of Daiwa rods and reels. Most teams have secured their 5-fish limit by midday, with even a few monster bass lurking in selected live wells. Fishing a rock pile to the right of the dam wall, we join current leaders, Julian and Martin, as they sum up their day thus far.
Yeah, it's been okay. It's slowed down quite a lot from the practice period. We were here 2 weekends ago. The fishing was absolutely phenomenal. But it's to be expected. You know, there's in the interim been more fishing pressure. The fish are, unfortunately, the concentrations of fish are isolated to quite small areas. So, you know, and the guys know about it. So the fish have, I think, been hammered a bit. But yeah, this morning we started off, we got quite a good fish on a jerkbait. And we had limit early, we had limit in the first hour. Later in the day we picked up another good fish on a jig. And then the other 2 better ones in the bag has come on 5 in Senko. But it's, yeah, it's been, fishing was good this morning for the first 3 hours and then slowed down a lot. But it's like we picked up 2 better fish in the last hour now again. So perhaps we might get another goodie, I think. I hope. That should put us around 10 kilos.
This rig here was doing a lot of damage. It's just a 5-inch Senko, small thin gauge hook, 10-pound line, light little mojo weight and a bobber stopper on the front. We're just casting it up right into the shallows and pulling it down into about 4 to 6 foot of water. That's where the majority of the fish were. But not a 1.5.
What do you mean? You can use it, man.
Yeah, it will work.
Well done.
Definitely number 5 in the bag, eh?
Yeah.
Our game plan for the rest of the day is to carry on targeting this 8 to 12, even 14 foot range. And just carry on working the high profile areas, the areas that have consistently been producing fish, but not big numbers. We just basically want to keep ourselves in contentions in the areas where we know we've got a chance of getting one more good fish.
As the wind picks up by late afternoon, father and son of Team Yamaha KZN fight the rough conditions while fishing a bank in the main dam.
Now, we started off near the dam wall on the rip-rap, in the little bay on the left. We got a limit there very quickly. We got 2 fish there on around 2 kilos, and the rest were smaller, but yeah, quick limit, and then we upscaled to bigger baits, big half-ounce jigs, football-head jigs with brush hog trailers. We've been fishing that ever since. Yeah, currently our 2 smallest fish are 2.2, and our sort of biggest fish is about 3.2 kilos. So yeah, we may just sneak a 13 kilo bag if we're lucky, maybe. Yeah. The fish have definitely spawned already. They're all fairly thin, so I think they're sort of staging off their nests or nearby. So that's the sort of pattern we've worked all day. There's heavy jigs right up close near the bank, right on the bank, and most of the fish have come within 2 meters of the rocks on the edge. Very few any deeper than 5 or 6 foot. Yeah, it's been a good day. Lots of fish in between and catching fish all day. Good quality fish.
As the allocated time is up, teams thunder back to the banks of the weigh station. The scales are sure to weigh in some big bags today, and with only 1 event remaining to qualify for the KZN Classic, competitors are remaining optimistic. 10.04 kgs is enough to secure 5th position, presented by Neville and Rowan of Team Mortimer Toyota. 4th position today is awarded to Lionel and Cindy of Team Honda Marine Crow Tackle, who boast a 10.71 kg bag at the scales. With 11.59 kgs, 3rd place is awarded to Kieran and Gerard of Team Hot Doggy. 2nd position is secured with 11.92 kgs by Preston and Julio of Team Goya Yamaha.
We managed to get a decent bag, probably of about 8 or 9 kilos by 7:30. Then we spent most of the day running around the main lake just trying to find a couple of bigger fish on bigger baits. hands down, our most predominant bait today was a shaky football jig head, fished on with either a 4-inch packer crawl, net bait packer crawl, or a big thump worm, which is basically a big worm with a big paddle tail. My partner on the India was the one that did all the damage today. He caught most of the fish. So yeah, today was a good team effort, and yeah, we look forward to doing it again next week.
And your Yamaha champions for the month of September are father and son, Barry and Lloyd Muirhead of Team Yamaha KZN, as they present their bag of 12.58 kgs.
Yeah, we had a fantastic day, throwing jigs all day, really big brush hog trailers on it, so big baits and really close up the bank. And yeah, by lunchtime we were culling 2 kilo fish, but mostly the jig was working for us, and then Mojo flukes as well, also in the shallows. So we got one keeper or one colour later on in the day, just over 2 kilos, but most of our good fish were caught before 11 o'clock.
The R.A.W top 10 teams for the month of September are as follows. A remarkable 3.82 kg separates 1st and 10th overall. Only the top 10 teams qualify for the KZN Classic, and after this 8th event, the Log Seas Team Goya Yamaha jump an impressive 13 positions, from 18th to 5th overall. The Kingfisher Tackle Box, distributors of Daiwa rods and reels.
How's it, guys? Today we're here at R.A.W Dam, just finished off a very warm and toasty but pretty decent fishing BETT adventure. And that brings us to our tackle box segment, and today we're going to talk about fluorocarbon line, and more importantly the features and benefits of the line and why you should have it in your tackle box. A couple of key features with fluorocarbon line: it's highly abrasive resistant, it doesn't stretch not nearly as much as monofilament, as well as the fact that it has the same light refraction qualities as the water itself. So when light shines and penetrates the water, it doesn't reflect off the line, it shines through the line. That makes it less visible to the fish. Less stretch means better hook setting power, as well as more direct contact with your bait. It's imperative to have a piece of fluorocarbon on the front of your braid when fishing with a spinning rig. You do need a slight bit of stretch, and like we said, although fluorocarbon doesn't have a lot of stretch, it stretches slightly more than the braid, which is what you need. You need that little bit of shock absorption. Another must with fluorocarbon is when you go cranking or jerkbait fishing. A couple of reasons there. Number one, the line sinks, gets your bait down a bit deeper. Naturally, once again, because your bait is diving deeper, generally you're going to gain more bottom contact and ultimately hopefully catch more fish. Understanding when fluorocarbon comes into its own is also very important. For instance, you don't go throwing fluorocarbon with a topwater bait. It's going to drag the bait down, so stay away from it. Make sure you still use mono for topwater applications. My choice of brand when it comes to fluorocarbon is the Siglon brand. It comes in a wide variety of breaking strains, one to suit all your needs. Like every other good quality product on the market, Siglon fluorocarbon has its place in your tackle box. Keep it there.
Join us next month for the 9th event of the BETT KZN Trail, as teams battle it out at Woodstock Dam on Saturday the 29th of October. Bass fishing at its best is proudly brought to you by Yamaha VMAX, super high output 4-stroke outboards. Jacini Tiger Lodge, the Kariba of South Africa. And the Kingfisher, distributors of Daiwa rods and reels. Catch the premiere of the much anticipated BETT Gauteng Classic on Tuesday the 1st of November on SuperSport 1 at 6 p.m.